This is high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, presented by Sholo Ford, produced by White Mountain Youth Productions in cooperation with iTalk 106.7 Radio. High school basketball is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Little Bluebird Studios, and Hudson's Furniture. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball.
Well, a wonderful good evening to you, or good morning or afternoon or whatever it is. We're live here at the Prescott Valley Event Center, the Finlay Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, Arizona. Camden Smith, Mike Side with Ron Everingham. We welcome you to the 3A State Tournament. Today's quarterfinal matches for the boys are being held here in Prescott Valley, and we're glad to have you along as we move now to our Summit Regional Medical Center injury report, brought to you by Summit Regional Medical Center. Everything your athlete needs to get back into the game. Summit Regional Medical Center. And there's no injuries to report for either of these teams, but we'll keep you abreast of things as they develop throughout the game. That's your Summit Regional Medical Center injury report, brought to you by Summit Regional Medical Center. Time now for our Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware in the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key made for your home. You can contact their mobile unit. They'll come to you. That's the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Sholo, and Heber Overguard. And we talk about some players here, Ron. There's some significant players on both of these teams to talk about, but you got to start out for the Winslow Bulldogs talking about Darius James, a senior averaging 16 points per game. He's a true baller.
Yes, he is, and he definitely also has some playoff experience, and so he'll be bringing that today. Looking forward to watching him play.
A couple other guys in double figures, averaging double figures on the season. Tyrell Young, the senior. Also, Elias Stewart right at 10 points per game, and Dustin Richards at 8.7. Then you have Zachary Wagner, who's averaging 14 points per game for the team. So there's some decent ball players on this Winslow Bulldog team, and they certainly are deserving of their number 4 ranking in the state. But Pusch Ridge is going to be a tough team, and we talk about their leading scorer first, Jared Clark, the 5'11 senior, who's averaging 19 points per game and 74% free throw shooter. He's a kid that has got an opportunity to he's got a lot of speed, a lot of quickness out there on the floor.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of quickness he does have to go against the Winslow Bulldogs, because this is going to definitely be a game between size and speed.
Yeah, we look at the Pusch Ridge lineup, and they are definitely going to outclass the Winslow Bulldogs in their size. As far as their size goes, they are exemplary down low. And so it'll be interesting to see if we see them stay in a half-court offense or if Winslow can get them into a running game.
Yeah, we had a chance to catch up with both of the coaches. It was interesting, both of them staying true to their program and their athletes. I got a chance to talk to Eric Machad, and he said that they want to just focus on the boards and on their defense. And when I went over and talked to Scott Corum, he said we want to make this a very fast game, and so we're going to see who wins in those two wills.
Well, another player that we'll talk about a lot today will be Lucas Elliott, the 6'10 senior, who's averaging right around 14 points per game. If he's a kid that's only 42% at the free throw line, though, so if Winslow can force him to go to the line and take away some of those buckets, those easy buckets down low, they might have a chance against him. That's our Ace Hardware key players of the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Now with a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key made. Their mobile unit will come to you. That's the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Sholo, and Heber Overguard. It's the 2019 3A State Quarterfinals live from the Finlay Toyota Center. We'll be back with the opening tip and the starting lineups when we return. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait, including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
I chose welding because there's always going to be a job and you can go so many different directions within it. The professors helped me so much with getting my skill level up to where it needs to be and helping me progress in the ways that I want to. It teaches you really to be job ready, having a good attitude, and still working hard. NBC has transformed my life by giving me a skill and a trade that I can take with me wherever I go.
Basketball quarterfinals.
But it's middle of the week.
Hudson's Furniture has quality furniture at affordable prices. With their newly expanded showroom, they offer furniture for every room in your home, including best home furnishings, featuring solid wood construction and a lifetime warranty. And customized orders are available to fit your individual size, color, and style. Plus, get guaranteed credit approval with 0 interest and 0 down. For the best prices on quality furniture, visit Hudson's Furniture, across from Walmart in Taylor.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare Orthopedic and Therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
I really wanted to work with robotics. When you come here, you have to act mature and meet deadlines. It's going to help me and my associates, in which I'll be a step closer in college. I'm going to have to apply these skills to the workforce. My ultimate career goal would be to be a mechanical engineer. MPC is transforming my life.
Well, we welcome you back to the Finlay Toyota Center as we get set now for the starting lineups. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer, George Warner, here at the Finlay Toyota Center.
As senior forward, number 25, Josiah Noller. Senior forward, number 15, Braden Cole. Senior guard, number 5, Brandon Ripperdon. In the post, the senior, 31, Lucas Elliott. And the senior guard, number 30, Jared Clark. The head coach with a record of 24 wins and 4 losses, Eric Michaud. His assistant is Dave Michaud. Their opponent today, the home team with a record of 24-4, the Bulldogs of Winslow High School. Starting at point guard, a senior number 10, Darius James. A sophomore guard, number 23, Tyrell Young. A senior guard, number 33, Elias Stewart. In the post, a sophomore, number 40, Dustin Richard. And at center, a junior, number 45, Zachary Wagner. Head coach of the Winslow Bulldogs is Scott Corum.
All right, there you have it. The starting lineups for the Pusch Ridge Lions and the Winslow Bulldogs, and we are set for high school basketball action here on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com as we get set here for the opening tip, and just about underway for this quarterfinal matchup between the number 4 seeded Winslow Bulldogs and the number 5 seeded Pusch Ridge Lions. The Lions came in last night. I believe the Bulldogs did as well. And the opening tip will be controlled by Pusch Ridge into the backcourt. Bringing it up is Ripperdon, and the pass inside is tipped away, and the Bulldogs get the first turnover of the game. And quickly up out of the backcourt, they give it to their high point man, who feeds it down low and then skips it back up top, and it's stolen away by Pusch Ridge. Move it up the floor, up and down with the left hand, Clark, the leading scorer for Pusch Ridge.
On that first possession, what you missed was Cole actually shot a 3, so they came out and shot a 3 on that one.
Wow. Very quick to establish an outside game, and now they come inside with a nice drive down the center of the lane by Ripperdon, but it won't go. The rebound to the Bulldogs. They race it up out of the backcourt, and it goes out of bounds as it was tipped out by Pusch Ridge. Opening paragraph of the contest, two heavyweights filling each other out here. Both trying to take some early blows as we see a three-point shot that is short. Rebound to the Dogs as they try a couple more that are no good, and then Pusch Ridge able to come down to there with the rebound. That time it was Noller, the 6'6 senior, with the glass, and Pusch Ridge with another possession here. Still no score. Pass it over to the right side now. Feed the big man in low. Turnaround jumper. Nice sky hook inside for Elliott. He's got the first points of the game.
That's going to be hard to guard for the Winslow Bulldogs.
Darius James passes it to the wing. Now fold the high post, rather. And the first bucket for Winslow is good for Richard, the sophomore. Evens the score. Pusch Ridge out of the backcourt. Throws down to the low post, and it's knocked away. Winslow going to fight for it. Battle for it on the ground. Pusch Ridge comes up with it, and they're able to find an open man. Boy, how often do you see, and now Pusch Ridge steps out of bounds, turns it back over to Winslow, but how often do you see, as we look at the replay here, a man hit the floor and able to get rid of that and get it to the right player without traveling or giving up the basketball? That's pretty impressive, actually. Pass it over to the right side for Young. Young feeds the high post, now down to the corner. Off the right side, it rims off, no good. Rebound to Pusch Ridge. I think rebounds could be a factor here today as well, Ron.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Coach Michaud talks about.
Trying to back down the defender is number 32, Baum, and he misses the shot. Nice feed over on the left side, and with an easy bucket for Stewart.
Stewart just cutting in there after having taken a 3 earlier in this quarter. Did a great job penetrating and kind of picking on that big man down inside.
Bulldogs pass it down low to their big man, and they go tit for tat as Elliott has his second bucket of the night, or the afternoon, I should say. Darius James goes right side with the pass. Now they go down low. Ball's poked away. Lions looking to run.
Oh.
Lions happy to get out in front. Trip, fall to the ground, and the official says, "Oh, you fell over your own feet." Jared Clark getting helped up. He did not like the call, or the no call. As we see an excellent replay there by our crew here on italk1067.com. If you're listening on the radio, you can watch today's contest at italk1067.com. That's ITALK 1067.com. Pump fake, left to the rim, blocked by Elliott. Lions going to go the other direction. Nice Euro step to get to the bucket, but missed the shot. The rebound is tipped back towards the backcourt and controlled. Ripperdown going to reset the offense. Kick it over to the wing right. Back up top for Ripperdown. Or excuse me, yes, for Ripperdown. Ripperdown crossover dribble. Between the wheels, kick it to the right side for Cole. Down low, Elliott pushing his way, and he scores it. He's got 6. Winslow does not have an answer yet for him.
That dig down by Tyrell Young has to come quicker as Wagner is deciding not to face the big man.
James passes it inside, and Richard, with a strong move to the basket, will earn a trip to the free throw line. Did a nice job shielding the defender with his body to get that ball on the right hand and get a shot off. And I missed who the foul was on. They don't put, don't have a scoreboard here with fouls, do they, Ron? Did I miss something?
No, they do not. We'll watch our replay here. Looks like it's going to be on 32.
So it's going to go against Scott Baum. Both free throws are good for Dustin Richard. He has 4 points, and the Winslow Bulldogs tie it up with those 2 free throws with just under 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Up and down with the right hand, Ripperdown passes it over. Pusch Ridge going down into the corner, cross-court pass, maybe a mistake on that pass as Scott Baum cannot hang on to it up around his fingertips, and it goes out of bounds. And checking out of the lineup is Scott Baum along with Cole. Braden Cole, the 6-foot senior, going to get a breather here as well. Bulldogs up out of the backcourt, tie score. 3.5 left here in the first quarter. High post, shot from straightaway 3, in and out, no good, and the rebound is tipped and kept alive. Now Pusch Ridge will clear it out. Pusch Ridge looks like they want to run.
Yeah, and that 3 there by Winslow's further. They're shooting them further than NBA range here. Travel.
We've talked about this in the truck. We get a travel call here and a turnover. There is an NBA line here, and for all intents and purposes, it is more defined than the high school line, and so
it's deceiving.
You wonder if these players are not shooting longer because of that very reason.
Yeah, it just seems less intimidating to shoot because it just seems like the natural line, and so we've seen that happen in this tournament on this court quite a bit.
Pusch Ridge working the perimeter. They see a 3 they like. Off the heel, no good. Rebound, kick it out. Lions going to drive down the right side of the lane. Kick to the right. Corner 3 is going to rattle and go. And the basket's good. For a Hudson's Furniture 3-pointer for Jared Clark, his first bucket of the game. And a long shot by Winslow's no good, but the rebound and the putback is there. And Stewart gets his first points, his second bucket of the game. He has 4 and cuts the lead back down to 1. 9-8 with 2:25 left to play in the first. Pusch Ridge tries to feed the low post. They go to the opposite side, and finding some range is Josiah Noller, the 6'6 senior, getting it off the block on the right side. Winslow will work the perimeter here. Very aggressive defense by Pusch Ridge, and a bounce pass that's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Lions. And so far, these teams have been pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising because of the height. But Winslow doing a great job offensively, picking on the big man on the inside.
Nice shot for the step-back 3 for Darius James. His first bucket. Hudson's Furniture 3-pointer for James. We're tied again at 11. Under 2 to play here in the first quarter. And a steal by James. James, a 2-on-2, and we get a block call, and a good call there.
Now we take a look here. I'm watching the big man, number 31, Lucas Elliott, just walking down the floor, and you got to wonder if the speed, the pace of play will begin to wear on these guys.
Reckon Kleinasser was the one whistled for the personal. We get a timeout. We take it with him. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
Well, we welcome you back here to the Finlay Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, Arizona, the 2019 state quarterfinals. And we're tied at 11 after the timeout. Bulldogs with the basketball. Deep three is no good off the front of the iron. That time for Richard. And Dustin Richard, the sophomore, has 4 points of the Bulldogs' 11 in this contest. He and Stewart account for 8 of their first quarter points. Kick to the right side off the angle right. It's no good from three-point range. That shot attempted by McCone. Now Darius James spins inside traffic, and he's going to be fouled as the big man comes over to play some help side defense, and I believe they're going to get him on this. We'll look at the replay here. Well, they could have called either one. I'm not sure. It's hard because we're opposite of the officials here. James hits the first free throw. So Lucas Elliott, we're going to put him down for the foul for the moment. I'm not sure if that's who they whistled or not, but according to our book, he got it. 12-11, a 1-point lead now for the Bulldogs. It's just been a very close battle throughout this first quarter, final minute of the quarter. And they pass out to Elliott, long way from the basket here. And the Bulldogs very aggressive on defense. They push Winslow, finds an open man out on the perimeter on the left side. His three is no good. Bulldogs see if they try to play for a final shot. Looks like they're going to attack the basket. The pass comes inside, and it is going to be tipped away. Pushridge on a 2-on-1 against Darius James, and taking it coast to coast with the easy bucket is the team's leading scorer, Jared Clark. He now has 5.
He's quick.
The Lions now are up by a point, 13-12. So much speed, and you can see why he's leading the team in scoring. James takes it inside, step back, 15-footer. He's going to be called for a travel.
Wow.
And I thought he only took 2 steps. It's not you don't see this play in high school very often, so we had a better angle on the shot before. I don't think that's a travel.
Looked like 2 steps.
Pushridge going to let the ball roll into the front court. 6 seconds left. They got the 1-point lead. They take the fadeaway jumper. It's no good, and the Bulldogs will get the final shot, but it won't go. Darius James from half court can't get it to fall, and we go to quarter number 2 with the Lions up 13-12. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years?
Let's
Want
do
to buy a vehicle
30.
with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Cheerleaders.
So 13-12 is our score. Welcome back to the Finlay Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, Arizona. And the Pusch Ridge Lions cheerleaders here. The Winslow Bulldog cheerleaders are here as well. As we take a look at the Bulldog cheerleaders here as well, as they here to cheer their teams on. Right now, this game's been a fun game to watch.
I think the Bulldogs have to be really happy with that quarter, because I just did not see the Lions trying to force it down inside like you'd expect them to do. They shot a lot of threes, and got to believe that Coach Michaud wants to work getting it inside.
Well, and they had success early on.
Yes.
With Elliott, but it seems like they have gone away from that. Shot by Richards, no good, as the Bulldogs will open up the second quarter, and Darius James, in their opening possession of quarter two, will regain the lead, up 14-13. So fun to watch James, as athletic as he is. Pusch Ridge trying a deep three, it's no good. And a battle for the rebound, and bodies go flying. And we're going to get a foul call on Pusch Ridge, and that's going to go against Lucas Elliott. That'll be his second. And Elliott is a powerful center. He's not a kid that's just tall. He's looks like he could be a tight end. Deep ball, angle right, no good. Again, those shots are coming from deep. Drive inside the lane, put up the left-hand runner. It's good for Clark. Clark has 7. Lions lead by 1 again, 15-14. Under 7 to play now in this second quarter. Richards drives to the baseline, tries a running right-hander from about 14, and the replay a couple times for the Bulldogs, and a couple tries won't go. D'Angelo Lewis banged it off of the bottom of the backboard, getting pushed down low there. And finally it is going to be knocked out of bounds. Or he throws it out of bounds there.
And Elliott's going to have a seat, catch his breath, and see if any strategies change with the big man out.
It's like Noller's going to check out as well. Lions with a new point guard in, that's McCone. McCone over on the right side. Straightaway three is good for Clark. Jared Clark, second 3-ball, Hudson Furniture 3-ball of the afternoon. Winslow can't answer. Bulldogs up by 4 now with under 6 to play in the half. You know, one of the things that I like about Scott Corum's teams, they're happy to play physical as well, and they get an easy bucket inside to Richard.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. It's kind of strange. We've seen early on, we've seen Pusch Ridge shooting a lot of threes. On the other end, we've seen Winslow taking it inside, maybe trying to foul off the big man, and maybe it's working. He has 2.
Lions work it over to the angle right. Back up top for Ripperdan. And the drive and the shot off the heel, no good. Rebound to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs looking for numbers. It's a 2-on-2. Taking it all the way inside is Wagner, and he draws the contact. Shot won't go. Wagner looking over at his man, does a nice little crossover move, and able to get to the rack. That's how you do it right there. Great views there from our crew. So Wagner at the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw line. Hits the first. Wagner did not score in that first quarter. The team's second leading point man now has 2 points and ties it up at 18 with 5:20 left to play here in the first half. Ripperdan up top to McCone. McCone back to Ripperdan. Ripperdan and will skip it over. Underneath now a 3-ball, and it's going to be off the mark. Clark was complaining to the official that on the box out, the Winslow Bulldog player got into his space. He actually looked like he almost turned his ankle on that play. Up and down with the right hand, Clark feeds it to the corner, now down to the low post. And a push as we got two hands. If you look at the replay here, I'm pretty sure you're going to see two hands down low. And this is just a symptom. Yep, you see the two hands there. That's going to draw the foul every time. Zachary Wagner will get his first.
As Wagner works hard to try to not get displaced by the big men. And he's facing a couple of them every time.
Long three, no good. Yeah, that's a tough call. You know, he's down there like, what do I got to do?
Yeah, he might be better off to get maybe like a forearm or something in his back, but even then he might get called for that.
Yeah.
If he's pressing too hard on him, he could always try to draw a charge.
Ball will come up top here. Elias Stewart now feeds it down low to Wagner. Wagner's shot blocked out of bounds. And
you know, the other thing they did early on the defensive end is they took Wagner and they fronted the defender and forced Pusch Ridge to go over the top, and that might be an option.
Pass comes in to Lewis. Lewis almost lost it, able to get it back over to Stewart. Drive the right side of the lane, and that shot's going to be blocked, and looked like an awful lot of contact down low. We'll take a look at the replay here, but it's going to go down as a block shot for Scott Blum.
Well, what looked bad about that play was that he actually swung his arm.
Yeah.
But he did get all ball, so.
He got ball, but
his body might have hit him.
His body did make contact and threw him to the floor, so. But it's hard not to reward a kid with that type of an athletic move. And so the ball goes out of bounds to the Bulldogs. They'll hang on to the possession. We're tied at 18, just over 4 to play here in the half. Feed to Elliott. Elliott turnaround jumper from the free throw line is no good. And stepping in to that center role, the 6'6" junior Scott Blum has done a nice job as they feed a pass down low, and Blum with the rebound and the putback.
He's actually a better rebounder than Elliott so far.
He's a leaper for sure. That's his first bucket of the afternoon, and Winslow missing one inside, but the rebound to them is up and good. Tyrell Young gets his first bucket, and we're tied again at 20.
Winslow not backing down. They just coming right back and throwing another punch.
3.5 left to play, second quarter. Crossover dribble, and losing the handle on it, but getting it back is Ripperdan. Top of the key. That shot is no good for Clark. Clark left that one short, and the fans are going to let him hear about it. Give to Darius. Darius James will set the offense for the Bulldogs. Goes behind the back. Now goes the high post to Elliott. Elliott turnaround jumper from about 16 is no good. Right at that free throw line, and he missed 2 there now, and that's a shot that we've seen him hit like a layup in games past. And we get a foul up top before the shot as Clark tries to drive against, I believe, Lewis. Yep. It's going to be D'Angelo Lewis picking up his first. And that'll be a timeout by Pusch Ridge. We're tied at 20. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
I chose North Wayne Pioneer College because it's close to where I live.
30 seconds.
My instructor taught me how to build a foundation and framing and use different tools I haven't used.
I think the Bulldogs have only led once. Is that accurate? Before maybe they led at the opening tip. Did they get the first points? No.
No, I don't think they did.
NPCs transformed me in my life.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the half. We're tied at 20 after the timeout. Pusch Ridge with the basketball, and a travel's going to be called on Clark. He won't like the call, but it was a little awkward up top. I'm not sure what happened to him, but you're not going to be able to see it. Bulldogs are going to come down with it after the turnover. Elliott will feed Russell, and it's going to be good. James. And James is going to get the bucket to give the Bulldogs, I believe this is their second lead of the afternoon. It's been a seesaw battle, but the Bulldogs have only led twice, I think.
Well, I think Scott Bum was lucky to not have an over-the-back call on that one.
Richard kicks towards the right side. Shot from three is no good. And Pusch Ridge has numbers. Clark going to drive the defenders towards him and makes a nice feed to the big man, Scott Bum, with the easy bucket.
Well, you can credit Clark with that whole play right there because he made the defender commit before he passed it.
Yeah, excellent play. And, you know, he was open early, but recognizing his role as Richard makes another strong move to the hole. He has 8 for the Bulldogs.
Just taking it right at the 6'6" big man and not being afraid, not backing down.
Going back to Clark and just the headsy play of that whole thing, because he had Bum open early on, but recognizing his role as a distributor, and now we get a steal. Clark's going to be picked, and James is going to score it. James was 6 in this quarter to add to his 4. He now is in double figures with 10, and it's the Bulldogs out to a 4-point lead, their biggest of the morning. Crowd starting to get into this contest. Drive down the baseline, and a shot no good, and a foul is going to be called. The take that time was by McCone. We apologize, we lost our audio there for a moment. McCone at the free throw line hits the first of 2 free throws. It's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass reminds you, don't throw bricks. Second free throw to cut the lead to 2 is good by Mike McCone. And it's 26-24 with under a minute to play now before half. James drives the left side, puts up the floater. It's no good. Excellent rebound underneath, but cannot finish. Wagner rips it down, spins, and can't get the shot to fall. Ball goes out of bounds to the Bulldogs under their glass. James will check it in into Elliott. They pass it inside, now back up top to James. James gonna work some clock here. Checking the official to see if he started the 5 count. Moves to the back to the backcourt now. The 5 count is on. James is gonna drive and gets him off of him with a step back. Now the crossover to the line, spins, loses the handle, gets it back, feeds to Wagner. Wagner bangs it off the big man. It's no good. And Pusch Ridge is gonna run. Pusch Ridge takes it, leaning with the left hand, score it, Ripperdan. His first bucket. And we're tied again at 26. Final seconds of the half, and a turnover.
Wagner steps out of bounds. Well, on the play before, there was a lot of contact with Wagner. They've been letting this game get pretty physical, and you got to believe if it gets physical, that might run to the advantage of Pusch Ridge.
That seems that it would, and off of the foot that time, but somehow saving it from going out of bounds is Clark. He tries a 30-foot three-pointer that does not go at the buzzer. We are tied at half. Well, folks, if you want to watch a great game, now's the time to tune in, because we're tied at 26 as we head to our halftime. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino. Hudson's Furniture has quality furniture at affordable prices. With their newly expanded showroom, they offer furniture for every room in your home, including best home furnishings, featuring solid wood construction and a lifetime warranty. And customized orders are available to fit your individual size, color, and style. Plus, get guaranteed credit approval with 0 interest and 0 down. For the best prices on quality furniture, visit Hudson's Furniture, across from Walmart in Taylor.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Hebron. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Welcome back to the Finlay Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, Arizona, the 2019 state quarterfinals here from Prescott Valley, Arizona. Take a look at the first half scoring. We are tied at 26. The first quarter was back and forth, and Pusch Ridge had a 1-point lead at that point. Winslow got out to their biggest lead in the second quarter. They led by 4. Pusch Ridge quickly erased that, though, and we are tied here at intermission. Both teams talk it over in the locker room. We look at some individual scoring for you. 2 players leading all scoring, tied with 10, and that's the point leaders on both of these teams. Darius James has 10 for Winslow, and for Pusch Ridge, Jared Clark, 5'11 senior, also has 10 here at the break. Some additional scoring out of Winslow. Dustin Richard, who averages 8.7 points per game, has 8 in the contest. And Zachary Wagner, who's averaging right around 14 points per game, has been held to just 2 free throws in the first half. Terrell Young has the other bucket in the first half for the Bulldogs. For Pusch Ridge, it's Ripper Dan with 2 for McCone, 2 for Noller, 6 for Elliott, and 4 for Scott Baum. And we mentioned leading all Lions scorers, Jared Clark, the senior, with 10. That's our halftime score, 26-26. There's your scoring recap, and we will be back with a look at the second half adjustments with the strategist extraordinaire, Ron Everingham, when we return. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Ace Hardware is certainly the place to get everything from hardware to tools, lumber to drywall, propane to wood pellets, and so much more. But did you know that Ace also has one of the White Mountain's best collections of artificial and silk flowers? Ace Hardware is the best place to find completed arrangements or get all your favorite individual items and make your own. If you're crafty, you'll love everything Ace Hardware has to redecorate your home or create unique, one-of-a-kind gifts in their complete craft section. Oh, and find an unlimited variety of herbal teas from the brand for tea's sake. Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
I chose North Lane Pioneer College because it's close to where I live. My instructor taught me how to build a foundation and framing and use different tools that I haven't used. There's always been work everywhere. I want to be educated and start from the bottom and learn how to find myself and what I can do. MPC's transformed me in my life.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Well, we welcome you back to the Finlay Toyota Center in Prescott Valley, Arizona, as the Winslow Bulldogs come out of the halftime locker room tied at 26, and we look at second half adjustments. Ron, this is a game that we thought they were pretty evenly matched. The ranking says they're evenly matched, and as we look at the two teams on the court for the first time up against each other, man, they are pretty closely paired here, especially when if you take away Pusch Ridge's size, this is a different game. But that little advantage that they have, I think, is something that Winslow's going to contend with in the second half.
Yeah, I think both teams are equally athletic. When you look at Pusch Ridge's size, you'd think I would have expected more actually out of them this first half, but what I think Winslow needs to do is just keep doing what they've been doing. They've been taking it inside, so it'll be interesting to see if they can work more of that inside and then outside game and knock down some threes that will really be the punch that they need to knock these guys out. Back on the other side for Pusch Ridge, I don't think that they did a good job on the offensive boards, which is what Coach Mashad talked about, rebounding. They didn't crash the boards on the offensive end. They didn't get second chance opportunities, and frankly I'm a little bit surprised by the effort of Lucas Elliott. I think that you come to this point in the tournament and I expect more out of him, just crashing the boards and getting in there, and and I don't know if that's what Coach saw, but he sat out a lot of that second quarter.
Well, and I think you said early, you talked about the pace of the game, and it looked like maybe it was wearing on him, and that could be a factor as well. I would expect, though, that they're going to go to him early in this second half. We'll see what the Bulldogs can do about that, because when they went to him early in that first quarter, he put in 6 points almost uncontested.
Yep.
So We're tied at 26 and set for quarter number 3. As we get the ball inbounded, it's going to be Pusch Ridge with the basketball to start this third quarter. And bringing it up out of the backcourt is Brandon Ripperdan. Moves it to the angle right, thought about a 3, now throws it inside for Elliott, and it's off of his fingertips and stolen away. Taking it coast to coast is Wagner. Wagner gets his shot up, thought he was fouled, but the officials say no, goes out of bounds to Pusch Ridge. You know, you talk about, I mean, look at the body contact there. I don't know how that's not a foul, but the officials have decided this is going to be a physical game. We're going to let them play. And so as long as they call it consistent, I don't think either coach has much to complain about. Ripperdan moves it to the corner right side. Now a 3-ball is on its way. It's no good for Noller.
They missed another offensive rebound opportunity.
And James down the lane into the trees and scores it.
That was pretty. He went straight at and over the big man, the 6'10" senior.
My goodness, was that a great play. 28-26. A 2-point lead for the Bulldogs to start the third quarter. Into Elliott, he's double teamed, now triple teamed, and a foul's going to be called. Slapping inside that time was Young. And you see the feed down here. There's the double team. Young's going to come across, and he just grabbed his arm. You saw that. And so no question about that. Easy call for the official there as Young going to be whistled for the personal. And a timeout on the floor. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait, including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Welcome back to the Findlay Toyota Center. 28-26 after the timeout. Lions basketball under their basket, and the quick throw inside for the big man Elliott, and Wagner and Richards combined down there on him, and they're going to call Wagner.
Very physical there, we see on the replay. And you know, maybe Bulldogs are just trying to frustrate the big man. Definitely Wagner, you can see there, he wants to front him, and he's going to look for help on the backside.
Wagner going to push him with his knee to try to get open. He's asking for the banana pass. Back up top they go for Ripperdan. Ripperdan moves it to the left side. Up top. Back to Ripperdan to the free throw line. Kicks it out. Noller drives, kicks out to Elliott. Elliott looking to drive. Nope. Kicks it over to the right side to Cole. Back over to Ripperdan. Ripperdan up and down with the left hand. Now between the legs and back up to the jump circle. Cole feeds the high post. Back to Ripperdan. He's open for a 3 off the heel, off the top of the backboard. Rebound Elliott. Elliott misses the shot underneath. And the rebound by Wagner. Wagner in the running for our glass man of the game. James baits it from 16. James has given the Bulldogs a 4-point lead, matching their biggest of the game so far, 30-26. As the Lions looking for answers, yet to score in this third quarter. Straightaway 3 off the heel, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Richards. He wants to run inside, draws contact, won't get the shot, but a foul will be called. And we're shooting 2.
Now we just saw a few of the Pusch Ridge players basically walk down the floor. And, you know, it's like in this matchup, the strength of Pusch Ridge is their size, and they're not utilizing it to their advantage. I got to believe that Coach Michaud's not happy.
Richard knocks down a free throw. Well, I enjoy watching the game. I forgot to pick up who the foul was called on, but I'm sure the viewers know. And both free throws are good for Dustin Richards. Are we get a foul called here? No, they wave off that second shot. They got a lane violation there, and the second free throw is no good, so the Bulldogs, instead of being up by 6, are up by 5 now, 31-26. So the clock approaches the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. And the shot, no good. Long range three. Elliott with the rebound. He drives right side, puts it up and in. Lucas Elliott with the bucket. The foul, we are told by Ron Everingham, was on number 20, Brack. Pusch Ridge with the basketball again here. And trailing 31-28 into Elliott. He turns on a triple team and tries to put it over the top, and he cannot get it to go. Darius James going to drive into the trees again. Haynes and hits! Unbelievable shot! Oh, brother! Do you love that or what? Boy, Winslow Bulldog fans to their feet after that one. Bulldogs up 33-28. 5-point lead again for the Bulldogs. Clock approaching the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. Feed it into Elliott, and a foul's going to be called on Richard. I've got Richard for one. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. And that's actually two we now hear over the public address announcer for Richard. Elliott slaps the basketball to start the inbounds play. Throws it up top to Ripperdan. Ripperdan will hand it off to McCone. McCone gives it to Clark, and Clark tickles the twine with the three-pointer. His third Hudson's Furniture three-pointer of the afternoon. Richards sees one from the elbow that he likes. It's no good. Rebound to the Lions. Lions have cut the lead down to 2, 33-31. Ripperdan, cross-court pass, and open look. Oh! Foul's going to be called on Wagner here. Taking it strong to the hole that time was Noller. We'll see what Wagner got a hold of. Oh, that was all ball.
All ball.
That was all ball.
You know, and actually, if you watch the replay, I think a foul could have been called on Elliott for holding back the defender on the opposite side from coming in on that play also.
Yeah, that was a tough call there on Wagner. Of course, we have the advantage of watching it in slow motion, but
yeah, 4 different angles.
Yeah. Noller with the first free throw will make the Bulldogs pay, and he's got a chance to tie this game back up once again with this free throw here. And he crawls it across the front of the iron. We are tied again at 33. Bulldogs' biggest lead this afternoon has been 5, but we're back to 33 apiece, and it is 3.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Drive to the line, put up the 14-footer. It's no good. Elliott rips it down. And Elliott also in the running for our Deemer's Glass man of the game. Quality glass at affordable prices. Called Deemer's Glass at 1-888-GLASSMAN. That's 1-888-GLASSMAN. Straightaway three off the heel, no good for Klein-Nasser. James drives. Hangs, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Richard had it poked away, and Clark picks it up and races it out of the front court, or out of the back court rather. Clark feeds Elliott. He's open for a moment, and he scores it. Lucas Elliott now has 10 in the contest, and the Lions regain the lead, 35-33 with 2.5 left to play here in the third quarter. James for three, off the iron, no good. Rebound to McCone. And Pusch Ridge working a little bit slower now than they did in that first half.
Yeah, they're getting gassed. You see some players with hands on their knees.
Absolutely. And we're going to find out here. This is going to go against Winslow. Bulldog fans do not like it. Trying to take a charge that time was Elias Stewart. And so Stewart will step over. We saw him there stepping over, asking the official what happened, why he didn't get the call. Oh, and we got a push by Lucas into the face that time. I don't know if we got the replay on that or not, but I don't know if you can see it. We may not have had the look, but sending Stewart to the floor, that time was Lucas. He's going to have to come out. Lucas Elliott now with his third personal. And it looked like he just put an elbow that time in Stewart's face.
Let's see what happens. I don't think they lose that much when Scott Bum comes in. No,
in fact, I thought Bum did a great job last time he was playing in the middle.
What a drive.
Richard. Richard able to hang and hit. Bulldogs cut that lead back down to 2, 37-35. Drive it inside, and we get a whistle and a foul. And it's going to go on. Looks like it's going to go on Young. Young's whistle for the personal. That's his second. And I missed the free throws, Ron, if you remember. That would be ideal, so I can keep up on my book. It's been a while since I've called any sports, and I feel like a fish out of water. Up out of the backcourt comes James. James spins inside the paint, puts it out the window, score it.
So far, Pusch hasn't had anybody to match the athleticism of James for the Bulldogs.
He's got 8 in this quarter alone. He has 18 in the contest, and there's the other guy that's tough to follow as well. Jared Clark knocks down another three-pointer, a Hudson's Furniture three-pointer for Clark. That's his 4th of the game. Richard's shot from 16 is no good. The battle for the rebound is kicked out to James. James wants one from the elbow. It's no good. And on the rebound, a foul is called as Scott Bum, the 6'6 junior, cleaned the glass for the Lions. And the foul's going to be on Richard. That's 3 on him. So both Wagner and Richard, having to play with these big men down low, have 6 fouls combined, each of them with 3. And that's going to spell some trouble now for the Bulldogs. You can see Scott Corum with his assistant coach over there trying to decide what to do in this situation. Bum's free throw is no good. Will not earn the second half of the 1+1. The 3 ball from the corner is no good for the Bulldogs. And so I think Stewart didn't like the call. The official reverses the call, and now Pusch doesn't like the call. Darius James will take it in for Winslow. No one to pass to. Now he asks for Richard to come to him, and Richard is going to pick up a foul. Richard's going to get his 4th foul here. That is not good. Bum. Scott Bum going to look him down as he comes back up the floor.
He stood in there and took that charge.
He's talking a little trash here.
He's excited, and maybe, that's unsure what's going on here.
Dustin Richard.
Wow, you don't see this very often. That is not great for this officiating crew. As you had a ball handed inbounds, and we got players walking in from the sidelines to come in.
Well, there's number 4 on Richard. He comes out of the contest. So the Bulldogs without one of their key defenders down low to work against Elliott and Scott Bum.
17 seconds. This is important. possession here for Winslow.
They steal it, and now they got time. Darius James drives to the free throw line and throws it away. Somehow lost the handle on it. Klein-Asser with it. Give it to Bum, and the Bulldogs going to steal it back. Wagner got it back there at the end, but oh, what a dangerous pass that was. And a rare miscue from one of the team's leaders here for the Lions. And so we go to the fourth and final. Lions up by 3, 40-37. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Hudson's Furniture has quality furniture at affordable prices. With their newly expanded showroom, they offer furniture for every room in your home, including best home furnishings, featuring solid wood construction and a lifetime warranty. And customized orders are available to fit your individual size, color, and style. Plus, get guaranteed credit approval with 0 interest and 0 down. For the best prices on quality furniture, visit Hudson's Furniture, across from Walmart in Taylor.
Well, we welcome you back to the Finlay Toyota Center. And the Winslow Bulldogs here to cheer on their fans. Right now they trail by 3, 40-37. Well, Pusch Ridge came out. You mentioned that you thought they would try to feed the big man, Lucas Elliott. They did. Bulldogs countered, triple teaming him.
Yep.
And it cost them, though, because now they've got Richard on the bench with 4. Wagner's playing with 3. And we go to the fourth and final quarter.
Well, pay attention to this. Anytime that that Elliott can get in the front, he will rarely work to the front, but when he is in the front, he scores. When they front him, he won't fight for that, and it's actually beneficial for the Bulldogs.
Well, there's a turnover to start the fourth for Winslow. And we go up and down with the right hand. Ripperdan, right hand drive to the angle. Gives it off to Klein-Asser. Up top for Clark, back to Ripperdan. Ripperdan hands off to Noller. Noller to Ripperdan, and Ripperdan over on the wing left side. We'll bring it back up top between the wheels. And Darius James went for the steal. He gets by him and can't get his shot to go. They kick it out to Clark. Clark wants a 3, and he got it.
That's what happens when you get an offensive rebound. They haven't been doing that very much this game.
Oh, Wagner. Shot by Elliott. Well, you can't coach size, can you?
That's right. And what you can coach is for Wagner not necessarily to take that in there. And so a little ill-advised for Wagner.
And to Wagner's credit, he had it poked away earlier on. He probably would have had more control over that shot had he not had it poked away. I think that was either Ripperdan or Clark that got a hand on it earlier on. But we got what did we get?
I didn't see the call. Something off the ball.
Oh, did he? Maybe he trapped it on his leg? They call him on a
Could have. It definitely wasn't a foul called, so turnover.
37-43, a high rebound, or excuse me, a high shot there for James.
Yeah, not a block shot, but you see the effect of a large man right there. James having to adjust his shot and not able to connect.
Bulldogs down by 6. This is, I believe, the Lions' largest lead of the afternoon. And Ripperdan steps back for an 18-footer that's no good. The rebound is, the outlet pass is stolen away. Elliott get a dunk and he missed it. Off the heel, no good. 3 ball, no good, but the putback by Lucas Elliott is good. And Pusch Ridge is out to their largest lead, up 45-37. And a timeout by Winslow.
Yeah, Coach Corum's going to call timeout just to take try to take back some of that momentum. As we see the dunk here, the attempt. And, you know, even though he missed that, good for that young man right there, because as we look at him making these attempts, he kind of came alive after that. And I think that's really what Pusch Ridge needs, is him to come alive towards the end of this game, because I'll guarantee you that Winslow has a push in him.
Well, it's a timeout on the floor. We keep it here with 5:44.
Now, Cameron, I know if you were down there, You probably would have taken a charge and it would have went the other way, right?
That's right. I would have stepped in front of that Mack truck right there. No fear whatsoever. Exactly right, Ron. Thanks for pointing that out. I hadn't thought about that prior to that.
Tyrell Young was like, no, I'm not having any of that. Go ahead.
45-37. So the Lions out in front by 8 here, and a critical point in this contest, Ron, for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they really got to come out and make something happen, and I'd like to see them attack down on the inside again with a couple inside passes. If they can draw Elliott in and get that one extra pass on the inside, or maybe draw a foul.
Well, they turn around jumper there from the free throw line is good this time for Stewart. He's been missing that shot all game. He finally gets it to fall. Lead down to 6. Good looking defense by Young.
Bulldogs come out with a little full court pressure.
Trying to mix it up a little bit. Ripper down to Clark. Clark's had a wide open 3, but he missed it, left it short. And you got to wonder, is it the placement of the line? Is it the NBA free throw, 3-point line that you see out on the court?
Yeah, it's a little deceiving. That's what Winslow needs, though.
Nice move inside. Nice double move, but he cannot finish. Stewart got the big man up in the air. And Pusch Ridge is going to have the basketball here. I wish, Elliott, I thought it would have been nice if Elliott that time would have jumped up into, if Stewart would have jumped up into Elliott. Ripperdan feeds Elliott, stolen away by Wagner.
Again, the success is when they front him down on the blocks.
And from the baseline right, nice rebound that time for Pusch Ridge. Bulldogs playing full court pressure off of the rebound here. Don't see that very often, but causing some trouble here for the Lions.
Yeah, I think they sense a little bit here as we have 4:30 left.
Ripperdan left alone, coming over on the help side is Darius James. He's going to pick up a personal. Ripperdan does a nice job getting it past Wagner there, and actually I think they may be calling Stewart. That's 2 on Elias Stewart.
Yeah, he kind of snuck in there from the back side, tried to get a steal.
Ripperdan at the free throw line hits the heel, no good. Ripperdan, a 69% free throw shooter.
So, winner of this game is going to take on the winner of the Chinley-Sabino game, which we'll be covering later. That shot's up. Good.
Both, 1 of 2 at the line. Lions out in front, 46-39. Richard inside the paint, kicks it out. Stewart off the front of the iron, no good from 3-point range. Richard looks at a 3, and it's good.
It's a big shot right there by that young man.
Hudson's Furniture 3-pointer for Dustin Richard.
Sophomore.
Richard's having quite the game. He had 8 at intermission. He has 5 here in the second half. 6 in the second half.
Bulldogs have to dig deep and get a stand here.
And there's some good defense and forces a timeout. Clark could not get away from
Lewis.
Will keep it here.
Lewis single-handedly caused that timeout to have to happen.
That was a great defensive play that time, and those are the kind of things that you need to have happen, especially late in the contest. So we see the Bulldogs in their timeout. We'll take a look now at the Pusch Ridge timeout. And so it's 3:46 left to play in the contest. The Lions lead it here by 4. They've had as much as an 8-point lead in the contest. Winslow's done a good job. After that Scott Corum timeout, they've done a good job making some adjustments.
Yes, they have. And I think this last 3 minutes and 46 seconds is going to come down to who wants it more, who's willing to work harder. I mean, that does sound cliche, but I think if Winslow's willing to work harder, they can actually gas these guys here at the end of this game, even though they are down 4. But we saw it right there. Winslow is the team with the press, the full court press, and they're the ones that can push this pace.
And I think they do need to keep the pedal on the gas. You can see, you mentioned earlier on, Pusch struggling with the pace of the game, and that's just going to be magnified here in this fourth quarter. If Winslow can keep the pressure and keep the pace up. After the timeout, it's Pusch Ridge's basketball. Ripperdan throws a cross-court pass. It's stolen away by Stewart. James, he's hit, goes to the ground, no call. Wagner can't get a call. Stewart off the front of the iron. Off, and it goes to Clark. Throttling it across the time stripe here is McCone. McCone working against Wagner, had it poked away.
A lot of pressure.
Asked the official for a
travel.
call, and that is going to be a double dribble. You can see how athletic Nick Clark is, able to bring that ball back after he one-handed. But that was the problem that Clark had before. He threw the ball away on a one-handed pass just like that.
Yeah, sometimes it just comes down to fundamentals.
That was at the end of the third quarter that he did that, gave another possession to the Bulldogs. Stewart takes it high above Lucas Elliott. He had all kinds of room up there. I don't know how he got that high, but unfortunately he can't get the shot to fall. Still a 4-point lead here for Pusch Ridge.
Again, just look at the shot adjustments that the Winslow players are having to make. Those are high-level adjustments.
Yeah.
That you know, it's hard to have a finesse shot when you're making those kind of adjustments.
And you can tell that they're thinking about it.
Exactly.
And we get some contact here. This will be 4 on Wagner. And that's not good for Bulldog fans. Zachary Wagner got him. So, Shard playing with 4 fouls. See if Wagner comes out here at 2:25. We'll send Pusch Ridge to the free throw line, and Mike McCone knocks down the first of the 2 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throws, or I should say the first of the 1+1. Out of the lineup comes Lewis. I believe it was Tyler Young checking in. Mike McCone got them both. That one took some time rolling around the rim, but that gives the Lions a comfortable 6-point lead here with 2:21 left in the contest. Richard, deep 3 short. And trying to save it is Young, but Young stepped on the end line. Can't see his feet there, but we'll see. Timeout on the floor. And Winslow again talking it over here with 2:15 left to play in the contest. We keep it here, and Winslow's done such a good job of cutting this lead down to 4. Unfortunately, unable to connect offensively on this end, and they give up the bucket now down 6. And the urgency just, with each ticking second, continues to get greater and greater for this Winslow Bulldog team.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. They're no doubt want to talk right now about what kind of a press they're going to apply, and if they can't get steals, they're going to send these guys to the line, and they're going to want to possibly look at fouling, Elliott, because his free throw percentage is probably the least on the team. So
I wouldn't be surprised if Elliott is not in here. It looks like he is going to come back in.
Yeah, that maybe be an oversight there by Coach Michaud, because they'll definitely foul him if they have a chance.
42-48, 2:15 left to play in the contest. With the basketball, bringing it up the full length of the floor here now is Pusch Ridge, getting it around James. Doing a good job is McCone rather. McCone, look at him dribble around. Now to Clark. Clark, left-hand dribble. Will hand it off, and the weave begins. McCone going to be double-teamed, and a foul's going to be called on Stewart. Elias Stewart picks up his 3rd. And that'll send McCone to the free throw line. Mike McCone gets a pair here because the Bulldogs are in the double bonus. A symptom of trying to keep Lucas Elliott off the glass and away from easy shots down low.
There's one guy you didn't want to foul percentage-wise, and that is Mike McCone is shooting highest on the team, 83% from the free throw line.
Yeah, Lucas Elliott going to check out of the lineup here, and this is going to give the Lions a comfortable lead here, up 49-42. Drive it up, put it up off, trying to get it off the window. But the ball fell short, and then the Clark combining with, I don't know if that was, it was Richard trying to battle with him. The jump ball possession error will favor.
I don't understand how this is happening so much. The officials are handing the ball inbounds and then asking for it back, or the buzzer's blowing. Once the player has the ball, they should be able to sub in players.
And back in the lineup comes Lucas Elliott. Good pressure in the backcourt here. And we got a timeout called by Pusch Ridge right as Clark was trying to race it up into the front court. And I'll tell you, this has been a fun game to watch. 7-point lead here for the Lions.
Yeah, but it's been pretty much Pusch Ridge's half. After a tie ball game, at halftime, Pusch Ridge has come out, and I don't know that.
Well, with exception to the opening 2 buckets.
Yeah.
In that third quarter, Winslow got out to a 5-point lead at one point, and that was their biggest lead of the afternoon. But that was erased, and it's been all Pusch Ridge since then. And one of the critical points was at the 5:44 mark of the fourth quarter, down 8. We start talking about some of those post-game accolades that we talk about from time to time. Our Deemer's Glass Man of the Game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Quality glass at affordable prices. That's Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. And also our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game. As you got a tough job ahead of you, Ron, in picking those players. Our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game is brought to you by Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. For the best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear on the mountain, you'll find it at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Pusch Ridge will inbounds here. Clark's going to be fouled immediately. They went for the steal first, and then Young will be whistled for the personal. And that's 3 on him. I want to mention the broadcast rights of this AIA postseason contest have been granted to iTalk 106.7 FM by the Arizona Interscholastic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the AIA is prohibited. Jared Clark knocks down the first free throw. He has 20 now in the contest, make it 21. The kid averaging 19 points per game has 21, and the Lions up 51-43. And a whistle and a foul. Basket's going to be good by Darius James, and an and one coming up. Incidentally, that's the first bucket of the fourth quarter for James. Mount Mobile Auto Glass free throws coming up for James. As we mentioned that the Arizona Interscholastic Association would like to thank the Mayo Clinic, some of their sponsors, Bank of the West. James completes the three-point play. James, who had 18 at the end of the third quarter, and guess what he has now? He's got 21 as well. So Clark and James are 2 key players that we talked about at the top of the broadcast, each with 21 in the contest. Unfortunately for Bulldog fans, though, they don't care about that. They're down by 6 right now with 1:23 left to play in the contest and looking for ways to get back into this one. As we mentioned, Gatorade knows every victory starts from within, and Wilson Sporting Goods, the official ball of the AIA. Also the Better Business Bureau. Nominate your favorite student athlete for the Better Business Bureau Ethical Athlete Award at athlete.arizonabbb.org. Next Care Urgent Care, the preferred healthcare partner of the AIA, Child Health. The AIA Child Health AIA and Child Help are teaming up together to end child abuse and bullying in Arizona. Visit childhelp.org for more details. Also want to mention Bosa Donuts, home of the best donuts in town. Max Prapps, the official photographer of the AIA. Jostens, the official ring provider of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. And Famous Dave's, the official barbecue of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. And Toyota, visit valleytoyotadealers.com today. Raising Cane's, the official chicken finger of the AIA. Ticket Tap, the official ticketing partner of the AIA. And Sprouts, healthy living for less. Inbounds play comes into Clark. Fans don't like it, but there was plenty of contact to call that foul. But there's a precedence was set earlier on for that type of contact, though, and
true.
You can see why some of the fans and Coach Scott Corum not happy with the call.
And then towards the end of that play, he actually had both hands on the ball.
That's Jared Clark there with his 22nd point of the contest and make it 23. And the Lions, with each free throw, getting closer and closer to a quarterfinal win and advancing to the semifinals. Darius James able to take it almost uncontested inside, which is a surprise at this point in the contest. But also want to thank Sprouts Healthy Living for Less and Porta Subs Sliced Bread Sandwiches. Addicts, the official custom uniform provider of the AIA. Taco Bell, the title sponsor of the Arizona Interscholastic Association Taco Bell Student Section. And Carl's Jr., the exclusive burger of the AIA.
Well, we want to take this time to go with our glass man of the game, Deemer's glass man of the game. Is going to be Zach Wagner, number 45, who did a great job on the board, undersized but not underhearted this game, and he really did a great job, so congratulations to Zach Wagner.
It's our Deemer's glass man of the game. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, hands down the best place to call with quality glass and affordable prices. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN as we get a foul called, and Clark is back at the free throw line. The 74% free throw shooter on the season. He is a perfect 4 for 4 so far tonight. And the first one is good. Make it 5 for 5. And these free throws have been critical down the stretch for the Lions.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, everything during the season is just all out here. Congratulations to this kid for shooting this clutch in this game.
And he goes 6 for 6 at the strike. Approaching the 1 minute mark of the contest. Wagner drives to Richard. James looking for a crossover and gives to Richard. Richard in and out, no good. Rebound out to Stewart. Stewart looked like he was fouled. Got no call. And
travel. Foul.
Ricard, excuse me, this may be on Wagner. They're going to whistle. Did they get Young? I think they got Young on it.
The big man's almost able to get a rebound as he's lying on the ground.
And there's the first miss this afternoon for Jared Clark, the 5'11 senior. Got the next one, though. You wouldn't know that he's a 74% free throw shooter by the way he's played this afternoon. Outstanding job at the line. Actually, outstanding job in all facets of the game. Corum got a loose ball and is going to be fouled by Young. That'll be 5 on him. And he just, that was incidental contact, but his legs whipped underneath. And the official's going to hear it from the fans. But overall, not a bad, I don't think it was a badly called game by the officials. It was, I felt like they were pretty fair both sides. I don't think.
Yeah, it hasn't been bad. I mean, and I was thinking when I saw him walk out, I was like, this was a tall task. These two teams are going to be aggressive. These two teams are going to be physical, and it's going to be fast. And so I think they've done a fair job.
Forgot to mention that fouling out of the contest was Young. Terrell Young will sit down with 5, and there's another kid that's been stellar at the line today. He's 8 for 8. That's Mike McCone. I want to thank Carl's Jr., the exclusive burger of the AIA, and also ArizonaPreps365.com. Follow your team all the way to the championship at azpreps365.com. AIA Championships event recognizes individuals and schools across the state of Arizona for exemplifying character and honor in their outstanding achievements on and off the field. And that is all the Arizona Interscholastic Association sponsors for today's contest. To the free throw line goes Braden Cole, and he hits a free throw. Well, back about 100 years ago when I played basketball, Ron, the saying was free throws win basketball games.
That's true. Still true today.
This afternoon, as a team, the Lions have only missed 3 free throws.
And that's above their season average of 63% as a team. It's pretty impressive. You know, I got to hand it to this Winslow Bulldog program. I don't know that we've mentioned it today, but this is the defending state champions in the 3A.
Yeah.
And what a program, you know, Coach Corum runs over there, and definitely up against a giant, no pun intended today.
Yeah.
But great job.
Well, there's one more miss to make them feel human. Oh, a big Hudson's Furniture three-pointer for Zachary Wagner to cut the lead back to 9, and then a no-look pass over the head by Scott Baum, and Coach Mashad not happy with
about
that one.
I mean, he put in some subs here to finish this out. That's not what you want.
And deep 3 is no good, and that's going to do it. It's going to be the Lions of Pusch Ridge going to upset the number 4